Okay. So now we'll discuss on some basics on API. Okay. So as the name suggests, API full form is the full form of our API is Application Programming Interface. Okay. So what is this Application Programming Interface? Means it's an interface in between the two applications. It's an interface or mediator in between the two application or in between the client and server. Okay, so how it will act as an interface, how it will act as a mediator in between the two application. So let's take this is one application and this is one application. It is maybe it is also sending a request. This application may be implemented in Java and maybe it is using a MySQL and it may be a Windows. Okay, it may be working with a Windows. And this application may be built in Python and it is using SQL Server Linux platform. So what's happening is this application is requesting something. Okay, it's requesting something. This application is responding something. But the thing is, this application is not able to understand what is this application is requesting because this is built in Java and using a different platforms. Okay, it is maybe say suppose it's speaking in Java. This application is built in Python and this application is only able to understand Python. This application is only able to understand the Java. So whatever this application is requesting, this application is not able to understand. Whatever this application is receiving the response, this application is not able to understand because of a different in language. So now what to do? For example, I am speaking in English. Say suppose if I speak in my regional language, you will not able to understand. If you guys speak in regional language, I am not able to understand. Okay, so in order to have a seamless communication, in order to achieve the communication, okay, I am using a English as a communication language here. In order to achieve the communication, I am using English as a communication language here. so that everybody able to understand what I'm speaking, and I'm also able to understand what you guys are responding. But with respect to application level, how to achieve that? So in order to achieve that, we are calling a API. In order to achieve that, we are calling API. Okay. So this is nothing but application programming interface. With the help of a API, we are sending the request. We are calling the API and we are sending the request and we are getting back the response. Inside the API, okay, which language we are using. For example, in between hi and yours, I mean to say I'm using English as a communication language, common language. But in between API, to interact with the two application, which language we are using here, we are using a JSON. We are using JSON. So this JSON is language independent. This JSON is language independent. Anybody can able to understand the JSON. This JSON is language independent. Anybody can able to understand this JSON. I mean to say any application can able to understand this JSON because it is not meant for the particular application. It is meant for means the syntax whatever we are using inside the JSON will be understood by all the type of all the applications, all the language applications. So before learning a API part, first we need to understand JSON. What is JSON? How JSON works? Advantage of a JSON and how to create a data in JSON. All these things we need to understand first. Then after that, after learning the JSON part, then we need to execute the API with the help of a tool. Okay. So this is one part. So suppose it's an address. You can make use of a chat to respond. DURGASOFT.com. Okay. So can you guys just identify the do- domain name and endpoint in this address? Can you guys just identify the domain name and endpoint in this address? We can make use of a chat to respond. Domain name and endpoint in this address. Uh, Sorry. Voice is not audible.
Endpoint is students, I guess, right?
Uh, what is that? Endpoint you say?
Endpoint is student.
Okay. Yeah. Domain name.
DurgaSoft.com.
Okay. Protocol.
HTTPS protocol.
Okay. And okay. Okay. So what we can say for this? What is the address after the endpoints? What we are providing? Yeah. So this is a protocol. Okay. So this protocol is providing the rule for the further address. Okay, this protocol is providing the rule for the further address. What is that rule? I will explain later. Okay, so it's a domain name. DurgaSoft is the domain name. Domain name is nothing but application name. We have a facebook.com, we have a whatsapp.com, we have a Instagram. Okay, so those, like, application name is nothing but domain name. Okay, application name is nothing but your domain name. Slash students. Okay, slash students means it's an endpoint. So inside the application, if I want to reach any particular functionality, so I have to hit that particular endpoint. Okay, so slash students is there, fine. Then after that, I'm specifying some details. This is nothing but parameters. In that parameter, we have a path parameter and query parameter. So this is a query parameter. How I can say it's a query parameter? Because we have enabled the string here, query string. Okay. So whenever we have enabled the query string here, like this question mark, the next should be key value pair. It must be key value pair. Okay. Because query string is used to filter the value. For the page key, we have a multiple value, like a page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that we have. But I want to capture the student's information who is available in the page 2. So what I'm doing, I'm launching the application. I'm hitting the particular student's endpoint. In that student endpoint, all the student available, but I'm filtering by providing the query parameter like this, that is page is equal to 2. So by this class student, okay, and say suppose address is still this now, durgasoft.com/students. By this, it is captured all the students. In that all the students, it is filtering. How it is filtering? Like providing the query string. If it is question mark symbol is available, query string enabled means the next detail should be in the key value pair. It's not a direct value. Okay, so this we need to remember. It's a query parameter. Path parameter I will tell you later. So it's a query parameter. And now, okay, just a question, no? Can I have my address like this? Yes or no? Okay. Can I have my address like this? You can make use of a chat. Yeah.
I think there should be some protocol like first domain name with followed by endpoint and then query parameter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
So the thing is, this protocol, whatever we are using, it has some set of rules. Okay. So what is that set of rules? In interview, like this only, they will give you 4 types of an address and they will ask us to pick the right one. So we have to observe carefully the position of the, position of the elements that is present here. Means the position of parameters available here. Okay, so this protocol have a set of rule. So what is that set of rule? So immediately after the protocol, we must have to specify domain name only. Apart from the domain name, if you are specifying a endpoint, it's not a valid. After the domain name, must and should we need to specify the endpoint. After that only all the parameter information and all. Logically, if we think also, see, students is the functionality inside the DurgaSoft application. Without launching the application, how it's possible to these students? Okay, so that's the reason this protocol is defining some set of rules. Like first it has to open the application. Then inside the application, we have many functionality. In that student I'm clicking, and in that again I'm filtering by selecting the option like a two. Okay, so uh, remember, after the protocol it should be a application name, nothing but domain name. Then it should be endpoint. After that, remaining parameters information or fragment id information, all those things are specified after that only. Okay, so if they ask you by providing like this addresses, we need to carefully observe how the addresses is defined and we need to select that. Okay, so this is a basic information. Okay, still we have many things to discuss with respect to the basics of an API, like a query parameter we have discussed now, and path parameter is there, and other details, how we can define the base URL. Okay, how we can define the endpoint, and regarding the JSON and all we need to learn. Okay, that we will discuss in tomorrow session. Okay, I have another session now, so we'll discuss that details in the next session. Okay.